Welcome back to more Sword of Mana. The last episode, we got here to this place called Banquet Hall, something. I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, but basically, we got here to this really creepy place and ended up spending the night here. And then when we woke up, Emily was gone. So, as was so eloquently put in the last episode, we gotta save her quick. But real quick, before we do that, I want to check on Miss Isabella. Is she over here? Maybe we could ask her for some help. But she doesn't seem to be here, unfortunately. Is this her diary? Let's peek in her diary. That's totally a thing to do. That cat. I thought I'd get to see him. Then he runs off to the human world. What nerve. Aristocratic devils. What are they thinking? In other news, I heard that 3 Geminites brought down the Vandal Empire and ushered in peace. Among the 3 Gemmas was a minstrel named Granz with a magical voice. Which reminds me, that primate princess was going to look in that human, Granz. Did something happen to her in the human world? Either way, this must be investigated. Well, no, duh. It said... said it on the freaking front cover. The Geminites, they were active 20 years ago in Lord Granz's time. How old is Isabella? That is a fantastic question. Hopefully we'll find the answer to that soon, if that even matters for the story. So, Mr. Butler guy, I believe, went into this room, did he? So let's go into the side. Yay! So, first of all, I'm gonna kill this bat real quick. Because, of course, there'd be enemies down here in this mansion, because why wouldn't there be? I mean, I guess it makes sense, because, I mean, vampires and bats and all that, so I guess I can't really be too... I can't, like, complain too much, I suppose. But, I want to murder this bat real quick. There we go, there's our level up. So, go on warrior type. Like, as I mentioned before, I'm going to be going on warrior type for a few levels until we get to, for a couple of levels, and then I'll switch over to, like, mage and all that, and start upgrading my magic and stuff. This guy, also, be really wary of this guy, because once he starts doing that, don't try to hurt him, because what he'll basically just drain your health instead of you hurting him. So it's really, so I highly recommend not attacking him when he's doing that. So there happens to be a metal ball here, which is not being hurt by our swords. So let's try our bow and arrow. And bam! It's gone. Flashing lights! Oh, hello there. There's a spirit trapped inside? Oh, voice crack. Well, hello there, Salamander. Nice to meet you. Freedom! Alright, if you insist. Sure, glad to have you along. Ignite to remember. The jokes, they just never stop coming. Okay, so one thing he's explaining here, he's explaining a sit mechanic, which I know it sounds like extremely riveting, but basically, it's basically the way you restore magic in this game. So basically what you can, I know, I just said basically 3 times, wow, that's like my word of the day. So what you do is there's no enemies around, which I'm just kind of dodge these guys. I'm not gonna bother with fighting all these because it's just not worth it. But like if you go in a corner, I'll just go into this corner real quick and hold L and A, and you'll start gradually restoring MP. But you can see there's only 1 MP though. I've got a total of 9, and magic spells right now cost 6 MP, so they're pretty expensive. So you really have to. This room right here is basically your introduction to it. So you basically, basically again, hold on the R button, and then the spirit will start circling around your head. So then you just attack the guy like that. Go bam. Now the spell actually kind of went in an arc because I'm using the bow. But say for example I switch to the sword. Give me a moment to restore my MP over here, because like I said, magic spells cost 6 at this point in the game. And you only have 9 MP, so it just costs basically over half your magic. So you, after every magic spell, you have to go heal. But basically all the time. I switched to the sword now, so I have to get up close and see how it kind of just stayed right there, blasted right in front of my face instead of shooting off like in an arc like an arrow does. So that's what I was saying in the previous episodes about how magic spells are actually dependent on what weapon you have currently equipped. So it's kind of, I like that little detail here. But pretty much this room the door above is locked, as I'll show you guys. You can't go through this room. The only way to progress through this room is to kill this zombie. And normal attacks don't hurt him. Like if I try to shoot him with the bow, it doesn't hurt him. If I switch to the sword, that doesn't hurt him. So pretty much you just have to sit here in this room, restore all your magic, and just shoot spells on him whenever you can. It's pretty boring, actually. It's one of the low parts of this game that I don't really enjoy. I suppose it's really your tutorial of how to use magic, though, because I mean, it's only one zombie, so and as long as you stay away from him, you really don't have to worry too much about him hurting you too much. So I guess I can't complain too much, but still, it's kind of annoying. So I'm gonna cut away here. And I'll be back in a few minutes. It'll be a few minutes for me once I kill this guy. But it'll just be a second for you guys, so BRB. As soon as I say that, of course, the very next shot actually kills him. Funny. Okay. So, moving on. We have these rooms up here, which are actually, if you go inside them, they are 3 zombie rooms. But I'm just going to nope out of there. I don't want any part of that. It's that room, and then this room over here is actually pretty much exactly the same. So, I mean, if you want to waste time and have the challenge of trying to restore all your magic while dodging 3 zombies and all that, go for it, but I am not going to do that for many reasons, not the least of which because I don't want to waste time in this video. So, actually, before we go onward, one thing I want to do, because I know I was saying last time about, I think, did I mention earlier? Because there was a room that I didn't actually enter earlier because I was kind of speeding through. Because this is actually the second time I've had to record this episode because the boss that's coming up ahead is pretty difficult. So one thing I didn't actually mention down here is that this is just to the left of the room where we got Salamander. There's actually a save point right here if you wanted to use that. But in all honesty, it's really kind of redundant because I believe if we go back to the main lobby, that gold statue is actually still there, I believe. I'm not sure if it goes away at a certain point. Because, I mean, it doesn't really make much sense to have a silver statue right there and then have a gold one right here outside. So I'm going to go double check that real quick. Yep, it's still here. So we're going to restore that. I'm not going to save, though. Because I want to... Actually, yeah, I think I will save. But I will save in this slot up here. Now, before we go onward, I actually didn't check this right room, but it doesn't open, so didn't need to check it. Hooray for wasting time. So now, going on to where we actually need to go. I don't think I need to fight this zombie over again. At least I hope not. Okay, good, I don't. And actually, it's actually slimes that appeared there instead of a zombie. So it's basically a scripted thing that only appears once. So it's really nice for that, so you don't have to fight that over and over and over again. So going down here, this is actually the way we need to go. So we go into this room here, and hello there. We saw you the last episode, didn't we? What are you doing? I asked first. Are you now? Would you happen to be in one of these coffins here? That's quite rude, wasn't it? Oh, hello, Mr. Butler guy. Oh, really now? Nothing personal, of course. I'll just have to kill you instead. Alright, so begins this little mini-boss fight against the Butler, who just so happens to be a werewolf. First we have vampires, and now it's werewolves. What's next? So this guy, you don't have to worry too much, except for there's one attack you really have to worry about. But otherwise, all you have to do is worry about just dodge his Hadokens and his Shoryukens, because he's pretty much the embodiment of Street Fighter. So it's like Street Fighting Wolf here. But there is this one attack he will do that looks kind of like his Hadoken here. But when he throws it, I think he's throwing it now. Yeah, it chases you like that, and you really have to be careful because it does like 30 damage to you in like a second. So you have to really watch out for that. But I think that's really all. Stop doing that! Seriously, that attack is just so freaking stupid. I hate it. Okay. Also, one thing, I didn't show this earlier, but if you go into your spirits menu, you can see how Salamander has Power Up and then also Salamander. Power Up is like Salamander's support thing. If you just tap the R button, it does that, and basically it just it does what you might think. It ups your power, so your attacks do more damage. So it's really convenient. As you can see, how I was doing like 6 damage there for a moment, where I was only doing 3 damage at the very beginning, and now I'm only doing back down to 3 because the buff actually wore off. He should be dead soon. If I could actually swing my sword, that'd be quit doing that. Seriously, dude. I really hate that attack because it's like there's no way to avoid it. It just does so much damage. It's like overpowered at this point in the game. There we go. Finally, he's dead. So annoying. Just die already. Get out of my face. I venture to guess he's a werewolf butler. Because why not? I mean, why just a werewolf? Why not a werewolf butler? Sure, why not? Alright, so moving on. That was not the boss fight I was mentioning earlier, but it was still actually kind of annoying though. To be perfectly honest, that's actually probably more difficult than the upcoming boss battle, because spoilers, there is a boss battle coming up. It's not like it's anything new. We got ourselves a little banquet hall here, which is kind of nice. It's pretty empty of chairs though. I mean, we got these little reclining chairs here, but there's no chairs sitting here at the table. So what, we have to stand while we eat or something? Hello, bats. You know what? You guys want to drop a blood pouch for me? Because I mean, none of you have dropped one yet, and I would kind of like to turn in at least one to that guy, because I said I would bring him at least one, but I highly doubt they ever will. I think I'll kill this one guy over here, but there is actually a staircase over there, which we'll actually be going through in just a moment. Once he is dead now. I don't think that's not okay. I think that's supposed to be a window right there. You can't really see it from the camera angle, but I think that's supposed to be a window. Okay, here we go. Save points. So let's save our video game. And here we go. There you are, Emily. I was looking for you. Great, just in time. Does he try to suck her blood like a vampire? Oh, that does not look comfortable. Not only flying in the air, but being bent over like that. That's a big word, prognosticator. Oh, you're one of those guys that tries to justify your things. Putting them to sleep, protecting them, keeping them safe, blah blah blah, all that BS. Shut up. Who gave you the right? Uh-huh. Sure. How dare you? And how do you think these women feel? You tell them, Emily. Not if we have anything to say about it. That's no kind of logic. Alright, so here's the boss battle of Banquet Hall. This little vampire. This is Buffy the Vampire, I guess I'll call him, because it's kind of funny. But basically, we have Emily here, so it's not going to be too hard of a boss fight. It's going to be way easier than the werewolf butler earlier. So I'm just going to power us up with Salamander, and just kind of go around and just whack him like this, and just keep powering. I mean, I could throw magic at him, but consider my sword does more damage, I think, especially since my magic stat is kind of low. So I'm just gonna let Emily worry about doing the healing and all that, and just gonna kind of wail on him here. So not gonna be too worried about getting Emily buffed up, because her strength is really low, since she's kind of like the magic person in the group. So that's pretty much, I'm just gonna be worrying about just buffing my own strength and just whacking him like it is. Oh. And Emily is dead! Yay! So that's what the characters look like when they're dead. They're kind of fly around in this little robe thing. I could heal her because I have angel rails, but he should be dead pretty soon. Come on. I'm actually gonna heal real quick because that's getting a little bit concerning. Because Emily is not currently a. You are what? Seriously, dude? can't believe you just did that to me. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Good thing I saved right before the boss battle. So as previously, I'm just gonna heal up with this, and I'm also gonna throw this right at him if I can not miss. Come on, throw it at him. I can't believe 3 times I've thrown this stupid friggin' thing at him, and it's missed every single time. Die! Thank you. Seriously. How freaking hard is it to hit this guy? Also, Emily, why don't you heal yourself? You kind of worry about healing yourself, and I'll just worry about getting hits on this guy. Okay, this is something he didn't do last time. He turns into a bunch of bats here, so just kind of try to avoid them, but it's kind of hard to. Also, all the slowdown. So crazy. Come on. Just form back up so I can hurt you. Thank you very much. Come on. We only have so much time here. I mean, I guess we don't really, because YouTube doesn't. I don't have a time limit on my videos, but I still would like to keep them between 15 and 20 minutes. So technically, I do have. I'm just gonna say I have a time limit because that's just how I roll. So just if you would die in a few minutes, that within a few minutes, that would be very nice of you. Okay. He's about to kill Emily. There we go. Okay. So this time I'm actually going to heal her, so he will not do that again. Angel Grail on Emily. There we go. There's no like little animation or anything, it just kind of instantly heals, so it's a little bit of a disappointment, I suppose, but up, and then I just lost immediately, just lost my buff because he interrupted me before I got a chance to finish it. So do I have? I think I have one more gum drop, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay. So this is a little bit of a hairy situation. I am basically completely out of magic. I mean, I could use magic walnut, but who? This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Can I use this? Finally! Oh my gosh! I swear I don't have trouble with that boss fight normally. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Lord Grant? How did you... That ghost I saw. It was Lord Grant? Seems like it. Well, considering he's a ghost... We need to know each other? The best of friends, huh? If you say so. That is a really odd request, honestly. Even if you were trying to protect, how could you? There's always another way. Come on. You don't have to tell me that. What about Miss Isabella? Right, I forgot about her. She's kind of floating over there in that uncomfortable position. Oh yeah, wasn't Miss Isabella talking about a water spirit last episode? I think she was, if I remember. Conveniently, we got the spirit that allows us to go in there. Got it. Thank you, Lord Grands, Count Lee. Let's go, Emily. You betcha. And just like that, she's back to normal, like nothing happened. Just like the dream. Of course I don't hate you, Emily. I could never hate you. Of course I forgive you. Alright, now with that little moment out of the way, indeed we shall head to Window, but we will do that in the next episode of Sword of Mana. So, see you guys next time. Hope you're having a great day. Is this the way? Actually, no. Okay, this is not the way to go. Well, okay, well, I was gonna find myself a save point, but actually, is the save point down here? Yes, it is. I am being a stupid head. This is nothing new. Hello, Mr. Merchant Guy. Sure. Alright, we will... sounds like a plan for next episode. So, as I was saying earlier, but was being stupid about, see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.